Over to Joel Brown, number 18 for the Canadians. Brown is checked at center ice by David Bruce. Loose puck into the Kingston zone, cleared to center. Barry Burkholder to Roger Belanger. He'll leave it for Burkholder. And over the line. Burkholder is knocked down. Brown just keeps it onside. No, he doesn't. Popped out over the line. Bishop touches it offside.
Kingston's second goal of today's hockey game. Linsman from Kales, and now add Kevin Conway. Assist to Kevin Conway on Linsman's goal.
Alan Bishop is a Buffalo draft pick, 7th rounder in 82. And 24 he just saw on the screen, and there's Roger Belanger, number 7.
His coach described that shot as a cannon. You could see numerous times today why he describes it as a cannon. If he could only get it on net, he may score a few goals every game.
Roger Belanger. Number 7 with a big shot. He has 32 goals this season. Belanger has the puck in the Kitchener zone. For Bishop. Bishop shoots.
St. Louis.
Thanks, Irv.
Here's Pittsburgh's 3rd pick, if they wish.
From the Kingston Canadians, Pittsburgh State. You please give them something before you make your announcement.
If they want a forward, I think it's Roger Belanger of Kingston. If they want a defenseman, I think it's probably, well, it could be any of a few of them, but Belanger appears to be the highest rated forward.
From Kingston Canadians, Pittsburgh State, Roger Belanger.
Well, there you have it. A forward, as Dave called it, from Kingston, Roger Belanger. Almost 6 feet, 185 pounds, 18 years of age. And the congratulations of family and friends.
A lot of people are aware of this fellow who live in the Niagara Peninsula. He's from Welland. He was born in St. Catharines. And he used to play in London, Ontario, for the London Knights of the Ontario Hockey League before being traded to Kingston. 90 points in 67 games. So the Penguins have their trio of gems, 2 centers, and a defenseman.
Washington.
Well, 13 games it went, Mike, before they could beat the Flyers. And, you know, they got a couple of monkeys off their back this week. They went into the last minute leading by 1 goal against Vancouver on Wednesday night. And, you know, last year they had a lot of trouble going into that last minute, even when they did have a lead. And then on Saturday night, last night, going into the last minute tied and being able to score a goal that late in the game, that's something they really haven't been able to do in a long time. So they have to have a lot more confidence than they've had in a long time. And they know now they can go in and beat just about anybody, no matter what the circumstances.
Well, the Penguins certainly got some sparkling goaltending from Michel Dion. In fact, the goaltending has been a strong point for the Pens in the early going. Both Dion and Heron coming to the front.
Well, Michel just seems to be have new life. He just was so happy last night after last night's win, and he should have been. He played spectacularly well. Pelle Lindbergh, on the other hand, was great too, but Michel had those big saves on a couple of 2-on-1s and times where he just robbed guys blind, and that's the kind of stuff he did back in 1981 when he really turned the city on.
You get an opportunity tonight to see for the first time on our telecast Roger Belanger, who had an outstanding game last night. The young rookie who was a first-round draft choice of the Pens this past summer put on a great display, having 6 shots last night, but even more importantly, kind of set the tone with the physical part of the game with some great checks.
Boy, did he ever. You know, he put a hit on Thomas Eriksson last night that you could hear up in the press box, and I think that one will go down in history. He didn't have any points last night, and yet he was the game's #2 star, just because he was hitting so many people. He just runs over people. He's that tough center iceman that the Penguins have been looking for several years, really, and I think he's going to be a real surprise, and ironically, he came because the Penguins made the deal with the Flyers last year and got that 16th pick in the draft.
Well, the Penguins are certainly going to have a tough time here in Philadelphia because they have not won since 1974. They have gone 26 games. They're 0-24-2, but the hidden vigorous is the old gear on the Penguins. His name was Zizzo, and we went with that, and our apologies to this young guy, rookie in the NHL. But all right, back to action. Second period, Doug Bodger. Behind Denny Heron, the Pens goaltending so far in the early going has been outstanding, with Heron and Dion carrying the load. Belanger, who started the game, left it at center circle. Brad Marsh works it off the wood, and this is Thomas Eriksson. Slides it quickly to the Penguins' end. Buskus. And he couldn't find anybody over. Belanger will go after the loose puck. Eriksson in the race with him. It's played off the boards. Young follows on. Young trying to put it in front for Crowder. A good defensive play by Marsh to follow the play and intercept. Brad Marsh working up the near wing to Eriksson. Leave it at center, and Brian Prompt carries the mail. Prompt on the move, near side, trying to beat Bodger. Swings in behind the net. Prompt centers. Kerr couldn't quite get his stick free, and a good play by Warren Young to cover the man right in the slot. Belanger. He had it checked off his stick, and Murray Craven counterattacks. Craven, heavy slap shot. Herring got a stick on that. Flyers trying to keep it in. Bounds off the near boards, and Bruce Crowder leads the attack. He'll snap it into the against average. But a lot of goaltenders in this building have not fared too well over the years. Young is called upon to handle the faceoff. And he beats Zezel. Fox and Hilliard teaming up defensively around that right side. And the Penguins force it to center, and here is Roger Belanger. One man back to beat. Trying to pull it around Crossman. And Crossman made the play with the stick that time to knock it off his blade. In deep is Crowder. Belanger has a broken stick. He had to leave one in the Flyers' end and come to the bench. Crowder, though, with the puck. Out to Fox, center point. Kept it in. Good play, Fox. Trying to go to Young. It's beyond his reach. Belanger goes in. Couldn't get to it. Near side. Flipped in behind the goal, and Zezel right by that broken stick. Hit on the play by Young. And the Flyers again capture possession, but they can't clear. And the Pens with a good effort right now, keeping the Flyers bottled up in their own end. Around the near wing. Finally, the Flyers do move it to center ice. Young puts the frame into Zezel. And Young comes off the boards to take the puck. He sidesteps Kerr. Right side pass for Crowder. He takes it quickly into the Flyers' end. Howe rubs him against the glass, and out of the play he goes. Young comes on. He'll try and dig it free. Crowder gets himself away from the check. Plays it up the boards, and the Flyers again able to move it across the line and back to Penguins Hockey Network. Well, the Pens, who have not won in 26 games here at the Spectrum, 0-24-2. The Flyers building a 3-0 lead halfway through the game right now. Crossman trying to drive it to the net. Can't. Hackborn back to Crossman. He'll feed it across into the slot for Carson. He fell down on the play. And Warren Young counterattacks. Up to Belanger. Shooting the puck, and the stop is made by Froese. Loose in front. And stopped by the Philadelphia goaltender. Well, Belanger has a wicked shot. In fact, Penguin netminder Michel Dion says he has the hardest shot on the team.
Boy, and he gets it off quickly, too, Mike. At that time, he just kind of acted like he wasn't going to take a shot, like he might pass it off, and then he pulled the trigger quickly. And Froese had to be alert to be able to make the save on it. Warren Young came charging towards the net right after that to try to look for a rebound. Belanger took a lot of shots last night. He had 5 shots in the second period alone in last night's game. Eddie Johnston made the comment that maybe on a couple of 3-on-2s he might have been better off to pass the puck. But anytime you can shoot the puck that hard and that quick, you ought to take a shot every now and then, because you never know, it might go in the net.
Come the other way. Belanger steps up. He has 2 men to beat. He fires that one, almost beat Froese on the play. And as we said, he does have a terrific shot. Brad Marsh. Well, the Pens had an opportunity. Froese was down at Shedden's mercy, and Doug just couldn't get it by him. I think somebody hit it in from behind Froese to keep it out of the goal. Young into the right wing corner. Crowder falls down. And it's played around here to Murray Craven. Pens with pressure as they come quickly into him. They'll hold it right there. 6:07. Warren Young and Brad Marsh push and shove a little bit. 2 big boys. We will take a timeout. 3-0 Philadelphia. This is the Penguins Hockey Network. We were looking back, and we had an opportunity to see Shedden's shot, and it was Froese all the way who made the stop on him. Nobody touched it besides him. He was down flopping on the ice, but Shedden couldn't get it up high enough to beat him. Craven back, and Belanger goes rink wide with it. The boardjack, who hasn't seen a great deal of ice time, goes to Crossman. He'll leave it at center red. The Flyers now with a 3-0 lead. Less than 6 to go in the period. Work down deep into the Flyers net area. Crossman's lead pass. Sinisalo dropping off to Poulin, who has great speed. He got it to the Penguins' end, but Pittsburgh's Belanger steals that. He'll backhand it away. This line working pretty well for the Pens. Young, Belanger, and Crowder. This lunch pail crowd here, boy. I'll tell you, these guys just come to play, and they work hard. Back down the left side. It'll be Craven to Poulin. Poulin drop pass, and there's Crowder again. They work both ends. They've got a fight now. Warren Young and Doug Crossman back at center ice. Warren Young and Doug Crossman in a battle. Young and Crossman, and now Crossman's in trouble. Young is really starting to land some on him. He's got his jersey up, and Young has control of the spite at the moment. Well, Young at 6'3", 2 to 210 in the weight department. Now the linesman should step in and break him up now. It's about finished. Well, Crossman says he wants some more.
Oh, Crossman's got some blood showing. Warren Young and Brad Marsh got into it earlier along the boards, and I would have expected those two to maybe square off, but Young found Doug Crossman somewhere along the way.
Now Crossman will have to have some stitch work done. He'll be headed off. So Doug Crossman of the Flyers, 6'2", 190 pounds, and Warren Young at 6'3", in that 210 range. Pretty good go. 14:41. I think they'll both probably get major penalties. Let's take a timeout right now. The Flyers lead 3-0 in the second period. This is the Penguins Hockey Network. Member of the lunch pail line, if you will, gets 5 minutes for fighting, as does Doug Crossman of the Flyers. And those three guys, they just bring their lunch with them. They start early in the morning. They just keep working. They're not every one of them blessed with maybe the greatest skills. Belanger, of course, in his rookie year, but just good, hard-working players. And you need that type of player to win a lot of hockey games. You're going to have your stars along the way. There's no question about that. People that can do the big job for you, but you also need the workers. They don't build the hive with all the queens, do they? No. Here's a shot on Herring. The Flyers now lead 4-0. Brian Propp. Tic-tac-toe type of play. Good passing gives the Flyers the lead now 4-0. Lifetime goals against the Penguins. And Bobby Clark, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's 46.
44, actually.
44. All right.
Which is the same total that Guy Lafleur has. And, you know, you get that feeling, Mike, if he'd have been in the lineup last night, it just seemed like he always came up to beat you. And it was good to see him in the press box wearing a tie last night, I'll tell you that.
He can stay right there. Here's McCrimmon. Just a great player in this league. Bobby Clark. You love to hate him, but boy, you loved him. Here's Brickley with a chance. Going to be called back on a 2-line infraction.
Brickley taking the shot after the whistle. Bob Froese taking exception to Brickley taking the shot after the whistle.
Maybe rightly so.
Yeah, he fired a puck right back at him. Goaltenders hate that. They just don't like to see the puck go in behind him in the net, even if it doesn't count.
Poulin just inside the Penguin line. Matches it up now against Belanger. And Belanger is waved out. And Poulin controlling. Back for Howe with 1.5 minutes to go in the second period. Howe swings away from Belanger. And he'll just flip it into the Penguins' near corner. Sinisalo with Brickley on his backside. They collide. Bodger works it around to the right wing. Crowder stymied by Poulin. And now they'll freeze that puck.